Hello, everybody. We are back with a Backseat critique. We haven't been on one of these for a while, and this time we have a little guest. Woo!
Hi, everybody. It is I, the Phantom Reviewer, when my hell is to review. And today was not like that, though, which is good, because normally it would be pretty out there. But just want to say first off, want to say it's an honor to be on here. You guys are fantastic, very entertaining, and very informative about cinema, television, and such other things as history. And God, I wish I had the brain capacity then. I do not, but I give you grace on that. Fantastic and
Aw,
very
sweet.
admirable.
Just two sweet lines.
Welcome.
I will just quickly clarify. Yes, we have a slightly different setup here because the setup we usually have is on a Discord server that only Teddy is the administrator of, and Teddy's not here. So we're improvising. Oh dear. So anyway, as is the usual way whenever we have a guest, they decided to bring their own film. And this one wasn't terrible. So, would you like to give us a quick, non-spoilery rundown of what you brought us today?
Yes, I brought you the 1983 action drama, cop drama, I should say cat drama, known as Blue Thunder, film where we have Roy Scheider playing Murphy. It's not stereotypical or anything like that, no cop name, where he is a helicopter surveillance observer, for I'm assuming the LA police force. And what happens is that, he finds out that the Blue Thunder, which is the new and improved police helicopter funded by the government, there's something more sinister behind the scenes. And he's going to find out what that is. Or die trying.
He's a future cop, LAPD.
That's right. That's right. And it's funny you said Future Cop. I saw that show. Was it the early 70s? I think 5 episodes or 6 episodes.
I was thinking about the video game, like the PlayStation 1 game.
I'm sorry. Well, there is actually a show from the 70s that had Ernest Borgnine and this other guy who played a actual robot cop. They called it Future Cop. It was before any of the cliches that would eventually follow. I was like, wow. It's on YouTube. Check it out, kids. It's actually not bad.
I remember the video game. I was terrible at it because I was a child.
Teddy was obsessed with it.
But anyway, so non-spoilery opinions. I enjoyed it. It was very reminiscent of its time. It was. Oh, yeah. It had its pacing issues and it's had its editing issues, but again, it was a product of its time. So I can't put too much fault on that. Overall, decent film. I wouldn't say I loved it. Wouldn't say I hated it. I enjoyed it. It was worth watch. Hagan, what do you think?
When watching it, I made a quick brief comparison point with RoboCop, and thinking about it, the parallels are quite strong. I mean, you have regular, sort of good, regular, decent, mostly decent sort of cop, and then you got the new sort of technology things, the cop of the future type thing with new technology, and then there's like there's dark forces inside the thing that have to be fought and everything. So yeah, it's very much of its time in that it's very similar to a bunch of other things. At the time, it's just it's not doing the satire of RoboCop. But then again, RoboCop and this are all just commenting on the same sort of social and political things. That makes sense.
LA is a cesspit of festering crime.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Did you see those? Did you see the streets? They're not cleaned. They are not cleaned yet, but they will be.
Well, considering the girlfriend of the main character was digging around dumpsters, flinging stuff everywhere, it makes no sense. It does make sense.
Hey, she had to look for something to eat. It happens. But at the same time, though, she needs to learn how to. She needs to get her license taken away from her before any more. Innocent bystander. She gets killed for vehicular manslaughter.
This woman has something against one-way systems. She always drives the wrong way.
It's her way or the highway.
And the American way is if they're not killed by a villain, the death doesn't count.
That's right. And sometimes there's a little thing we like to call collateral damage.
Oh, and there was some of that in this film.
The
Oh
other guy
yes.
even said during the showing off of Blue Thunder that one innocent person killed in 10, that's acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Like there will be casualties, but let's pray that they don't try to sue. And
Just
if they
hope it's
do,
just
let's
the
hope
black ones. They have no power.
the minorities. What the? I hope God that I wonder if the TV series that's based off this will follow up with anything that happened in the film. If not, if it's its own thing, because it's kind of like R-rated, and I'm gonna bring it down to like a PG-13 or a PG with the TV series. I wonder. That's how they usually do it. And it happened with RoboCop too. So there you go. There's parallels again.
Happened at least 3 times with RoboCop. With RoboCop
Yeah.
3, the live action show, the animated show, and Prime Direct. 4 times with RoboCop.
Well, wasn't Prime Directive a little bit more gruesome though, if I remember right?
A
I thought it was
little bit, but
Don't
it's
remember
not
the
as much
film.
as the films.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
It's
you can't.
degrees of bowdlerization.
Fair.
I
All
would
right.
say I preferred over the actual TV series they had. I would watch it because it had a better story in my opinion, but that's just me.
But moving into spoiler territory,
Oh,
to give a quick overview, is they get a fancy new military helicopter. Turns out it was for more sinister means. And by sinister means, it means they're basically trying to slowly introduce and normalize the concept of using military equipment in the police force. What a horrifying thought!
oh my God, Robocane.
Yeah, it's not like that has happened. That's the
Mhm.
scandal in this film. I just want to point out too. Also, spoilers
Yeah.
for a 40-year-old film. The scandal in the
Yes.
film is that they are planning to normalize the concept of them giving military equipment to the police. That is the big horrifying scandal of the big bad.
That was very new at the time. I can't remember. I'm going to look up the night guy's name, but Behind the Bastards did a podcast on the guy who introduced the idea of bringing military stuff into the police.
Mm-hmm.
He also invented DARE, the anti-drugs thing.
That was a colossal failure.
Oh, I remember.
Daryl Gates.
Because they demonized all drugs to the same level. So whenever people tried the easy to access drug, weed, and realized, oh, this is perfectly fine. Therefore, they lied about this. They must have lied about all the other drugs that were actually dangerous. That's what happened.
It's called sabotage, just like in this movie.
Mm.
So much sabotage.
More important than sabotage, you've got Malcolm McDowell in it. But it's not just usual Malcolm McDowell, because like normally you've got young Malcolm McDowell who's blonde haired and in Clockwork Orange or Caligula or If. Or you've got silver-haired Malcolm McDowell from like Star Trek Generations or whatever. But this is a midpoint Malcolm McDowell because I don't know if you ever noticed, McDowell's hair went silver very fast, and he was in a bit of a career lull at the time. So you rarely get to see a half and half Malcolm McDowell, semi-silver.
It's like the stress of it was getting to him, and it happens. I mean, you never know, but the way that it was done was like perfect. It's like I'm acceptable to that. Gray here, up on the top. All good.
Here's something.
Very balanced hair. Sorry.
I'm just going grey around the temples. But anyway,
I got a streak here somewhere. It's like Rogue from X-Men.
the thing that I thought was very funny is when I was looking for this film, I found a synopsis where there's this really stupid AI summarization of it on how the main character is horrified of the level of surveillance by this new machine. It's like, not really, considering within the first 10 minutes of the film, he is hovering outside someone's LA mansion and him and his partner are watching her do naked yoga. And apparently they do this on the regular because she does it at 10:30 every night.
How does she not know?
This is not the first time, and it was probably not the first time, and it was not the last time in the film that they used the surveillance systems on the helicopter to perv on women.
Yeah.
They're very lucky. They're very lucky they got her house. They hover over the wrong mansion in Brentwood, and Phil Spector start firing rockets at them.
It was like the main point is cops are horny, and sometimes they need to be accounted for. So just 2 weeks. after that. Just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Did they
And here's the
actually get in
thing.
trouble for that? I thought they got in trouble for something else.
Yeah, that's the thing. They
Yep.
didn't even get in trouble for that. They got in trouble for annoying the man in the house under their helicopter while they were perving on the woman. That's why they got in trouble.
I thought it was all the above, and then they were just like
Nope.
2 weeks. Oh,
It was like the rookie was trying to excuse it, say that he convinced him. He's like, I fucking know you've done this. I done it too. That's not the problem. The problem was they annoyed the man in the house below.
It's the boys will be boys thing, I guess.
The 80s.
80s. But no cocaine.
Yeah.
Cocaine though.
Oh, the cocaine was behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
That's along with what's his name? Oh goddamn! How can I forget his name right now? Dennis Quaid took it all when after, because it was the same year that Jaws 3D was made. He probably took the rest of it after they were done. He could do that. That was in the contract for Jaws 3D.
Randy Quaid didn't need any cocaine.
No, he's already on. He is cocaine. That's
the apparently the original plot for this was Roy Scheider's character having a mental breakdown, stealing the helicopter and going on a rampage, and it was compared to Taxi Driver, and I almost wish that it had been made instead. That would have been amazing.
That would have been a really good psychological action pitch. I would have been okay with that. Yeah.
You know, considering that they kept having Vietnam flashbacks, what they could have probably done is they probably could have pitched this as a Vietnam film, and like halfway through you start seeing like cityscapes that don't match, and then it cuts to him whenever he's shot down, crashing in LA, and he was just in a massive Vietnam flashback and just gunning down the citizens of LA.
That's a good idea for a sequence, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Yeah,
So,
I
like,
would like that.
The first half of the film is him getting the new thing, and then people just aren't acting right, and then suddenly he starts to see enemies everywhere because they made everybody fucking paranoid in Vietnam, and he just starts shooting indiscriminately. His officers are trying to tell him like to fucking stop. He doesn't listen to them because he has to kill the enemy. But anyway, that's not what happened.
I
that's
like
another
that.
film.
Sort of like kind of Jacob's Ladder-ish.
Yeah, that's another film.
Ah, there you go. Or he could have ended up somewhere, behind a dumpster and asking for $50 to help with his, drug problem as well. That will follow after that.
But anyway,
Paper rubber.
they introduced the helicopter after he has his little 2-week suspension, and the pilot of that is someone he knew from the Vietnam War who just pushed a Vietnamese guy out of the helicopter while they were flying. That's just to characterize him as being an evil dick. And obviously he has like fucking grudges against him. But when they are out later on actually testing the helicopter, they see this military dude just drive away. So he thinks, fuck it, let's like break the rules and follow him and see what we can find out. And they use all the new toys and gadgets like thermal cameras and night vision and directional microphones to spy on him. And then they find out that he is part of like this government initiative to bring the military equipment in, but they are also responsible for a murder of a councilwoman earlier on in the film. They were supposed to just rough her up to get her out of the way. They killed her by accident. And that was what he was investigating at the time. So they fly the helicopter back. They get the recording device out of the helicopter. And instead of going straight to their superiors or straight to the news people, his little partner just stashes it in a dumpster near a drive-in and then goes home with groceries as if the entirety of this government organization is not after him.
I mean, that is a good point. I do agree with it. And also spying of the said people who were going to right outside of the window. I completely forgot about them. Like, oh man, that is not good surveillance. And the fact that you're right, it could possibly be recording like miles upon miles away and not get caught from that. And I'm like,
yeah. They got caught because they were in a skyscraper and they were flying the helicopter outside the direct window. And one of them went over and opened the blinds to look out. It was like looking face to face into the pilot. They had established in an earlier scene about a minute beforehand that microphone could work up to 1,000 feet. So they could have been well away from this. But no, they were quite literally face to face out the skyscraper window. It made no sense.
Did you mention all this? Apparently, they're trying to make a remake, get it off the ground, and would update it to be about drone technology.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Oh dear. So Quirky Sidekick gets brutally murdered by the shadowy people, and then they're trying to frame Murphy for it. So he does the reasonable thing and steals the military grade helicopter.
As you do.
As you do. And then he spends the rest of the film flying around LA whilst trying to direct his girlfriend to get the tape and take it to the news, whilst engaging in a dogfight with F-16s who do so much collateral damage. I'm pretty sure they've killed probably about 30 people. And then he gets in a helicopter dogfight. Yeah. A military helicopter dogfight with the antagonist dude. I can't remember their names. I'm terrible with names. And that was actually a really cool sequence. It was slow and drawn out, but it was really cool the way they were weaving in around the buildings and like setting traps for one another. I really liked that sequence.
I do too. I actually thought the aerial combative scenes were very well shot.
Oh yeah,
and very effective especially for that time.
To give it a little bit more oomph, Malcolm McDowell is afraid of heights, and any of his consternation on his scene on his face when he was doing the flying scenes, which he had a few, where it was entirely real.
Was that the reason he was like whenever he was turning?
Like, I can't look down. I don't want to look down. You know, his wife even, I think, mentioned something about that, I think, to the director, if I remember right, for looking into that. He's like, oh, he's terrified. Are you sure you can? But he did. So I got to give him props for that, for facing his fears and doing that. You know, film's got to be made. Got to do what you got to do.
The thing that annoyed me too is they have the tape that records things from the helicopter. They have these like special little cases on them that can remotely be erased. Why didn't they just do that originally? It's like
the plot wouldn't happen.
It was missing for like 72 hours by this point. Why didn't they just erase it? That came up as a plot point. That came up as a plot point while the girlfriend was physically wrestling with one of their plants, and he accidentally slides it off, and that's when they push the button to erase it. They had so much time to do this. It's like, we don't know the code of the specific tape they stolen. Erase them all! Like, that's some horrible thing. It's like, well, what else is on the tapes? Test data for other flights.
Porn collection.
Some more intrusions of some sorts.
Yeah. What other vital data could be on the other tapes in the 2 days that it belonged to the police?
So many naked people who don't realize it.
Yeah.
So many naked yoga classes. Oh, so many. Especially in LA. Think about
it. But yeah, he also had cheat mode infinite fuel until the very end. And then he decided to do the reasonable thing when he started to run out of fuel, and his girlfriend got the tape to the thing. And after he killed the antagonist, was to park the helicopter in front of a train so it could be destroyed.
The train luckily did not derail.
Nope.
Yeah.
Then again, like the DeLorean, some things were just not meant to be made.
Did you see there's a guy around town now who does actually have a DeLorean?
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the DeLorean was built locally to us, so.
In Belfast, not that far away from us.
So much cocaine was made into making that. Well, that's another. So it makes sense, and the duality of it, I guess.
I have a sneaky suspicion it's the same guy who owns the Del Boy, Renault Reliant.
It's more expensive.
I'm pretty sure he has a collection of those cars.
I would not be surprised.
It's a better way of spending your money than some.
Investing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Can see that.
Sometimes you just want your toys, she says,
That's right.
with so many D&D books.
But anyway, have we got any more final thoughts or anything like that?
So
Jonas, you're
many
really
dice.
good at picking up nuances in audio. Did you think of anything interesting?
Again, it was a product of its time. There were several points where you could see the sound design slipping, but again, it was the 80s. You couldn't really do much. I think they did a good job. Again, with like things from the mid 80s and all, it's very obvious that there's the lack of music. Not so much the lack of music, the lack of intrusive music. When you're drawn into the scene, the music literally just does become background noise. Instead of today, where it's just like one of the main actors in the fucking scene, which is really, really annoys me. But decent sound design. I spotted a few continuity errors when the sidekick was running away. He was like zip tied with his hands behind his back, but several times during the chase sequence, his hands came out in front of him, and then the next shot they'd be behind him again in the ziplock.
Contortionist.
He's made of AI. He's sort of morphing through himself.
That's right. I still have 6 fingers. That's back to 4, and like just like that.
Yeah, overall decent film.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent film. Again, it was a bit drawn out in some sections. Like there are a lot of long shots in the helicopter where I can see what they're going for, where they're just trying to give like perspective shots. You wouldn't really get that in filmmaking these days. The dogfight scene had some pretty decently paced shots. There were a few shots where they deliberately slowed them down and a few where they deliberately sped them up. I can guarantee you, if that was filmed today, they would have been zipping around the buildings at like 100 miles an hour instead of a reasonably paced helicopter speed.
Oh, God, it'd be like Hardcore Henry.
But I legitimately cannot think of another film where you have helicopters chasing another helicopter. It's usually jets and helicopters. I can think of a helicopter dogfight in a city.
It wasn't in a city, but it was. There was that later, but it was a terrible film with Nick Cage called Firebirds, and that made me almost want to throw up because of how fast and paced. It was like as if, like Michael Bay directed it. It was inward, outward, inward, out, cut, 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 cut.
Oh,
or the
nauseam.
or the yeah, oof, awful, awful.
Anyway, is there anything else you would like to add? Any things you've noticed? Anything you wish to discuss?
No. My final thought is, may you never be on my show. Take care of yourself and each other. No, I'm kidding. No, but I was gonna say it was I really liked this film for a couple of things. Obviously the cinematography is very and very realistic, especially in the beginning when you have like a lot of the helicopter lightning shots and everything. It's felt very real. And then of course, I liked that there was like an art for Murphy. It's like coming from someone who's just like, for having to deal with his PTSD and then eventually is pushed to overcome everything and try to do a good thing and to right the wrongs that were done in his past as well. I thought that was really handled pretty decently. In the ending, everything was wrapped in a nice little bow. Sure, there may have been some flaws and maybe some plot holes here and there, but it didn't derail it from being a very entertaining action drama that I recommend to anybody who wants something that is not the norm when it comes to these kind of films. Something that's.
You want to see a helicopter movie that's named after, some sort of a porn term? It's for you.
There you go. Blue Thunder.
I watched Manhunter last night while editing, and I noticed some similarities in the cinematography and stuff. Very, very crisp.
I gotta see that one. I heard good things about and Manhunter's the supposed prequel to Silence of the Lambs, or not really?
It's set. It was the first adaptation of one of the
Right.
Hannibal Lecter books, and it's set before Silence of the Lambs. Then, but it's not in the same continuity as the film Silence of the Lambs. Because film Silence of the Lambs later did Red Dragon, which was its version of Manhunter.
That's right. In the late 80s. Yeah. Oh,
Well
that's
then,
good though.
before Hagan descends entirely into darkness as the sun sets behind her, I think we will finish off. Again, I enjoyed it. It's well worth a watch. Thank you to our lovely guest for bringing us an actual decent film and not more terrible slop.
Oh, you mean like that slasher you guys watched called, was it Olaf? What the hell was it called?
Olgraf.
Olgraf?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And watch out, because in a few months, me and the Phantom Review are going to be doing Trauma's War together.
Fantastic film. Fantastic
Delightful.
action comedy. It's so many fascist pigs in there.
All right. So, Mr. Phantom Hunter, would you like to tell everybody where they can find you?
You can find me on YouTube at the Phantom Reviewer 87. And I think what I'll do is I'll give links. Probably be in the description, perhaps. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Yes, I'm on YouTube, and I've been doing it for a little while, and hoping everything goes well from here. I'm excited to work with the mistress as well as the Patreon minion. Let's give her hell, shall we?
It's always
sure
fun.
yes, she'll love the Aqua Teen Hunger Force film.
When you go looking for the Phantom Reviewer, if you find Phantom Reviewer 1 to 86, no, 87.
No. It's like Leonard Part 6. You just don't even.
If
Or Star
Teddy,
Worms 2.
If Teddy
Star Wars
remembers,
2.
a link to his channel will be in the doodly-doo. If it's not there, then Teddy forgot, and you can get onto him in the comments.
Oh, Teddy.
Otherwise, like, subscribe, share this, subject other people to it. Check out our Patreon. We have a little Discord that you can come in, pop in, say hello. Sometimes the mistress pops on live for chats. Sometimes she just annoys people. We also have a yes. We also do have a Ko-fi. You want to check that out as well. But other than that, did I miss anything? Did I forget something? This is usually the point where Teddy jumps in and corrects me.
I think you got everything.
Well,
we have a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
They're watching on that probably.
Check out everybody. All of us are worth it in the end, I think. And this was worth it.
All right, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.